Halstead Property, the real estate leader in video technology.
Hi, I'm Angela Cohen, and welcome to the third quarter Behind the Numbers for 2011. I'm joined today by my partner in crime, Halstead Property's own Chief Economist, Mr. Greg Heym.
Thanks, Angela. I almost didn't recognize you without your Pan Am stewardess uniform on. Congrats on the show.
Thank you.
But we're in a different surrounding today. We're usually in a listing. Today we're somewhere else.
You're right. We're coming to you from above it all in the new posh offices of Halstead Property at 499 Park Avenue. The office was designed by renowned architectural firm Gensler and features 22,000 square feet of office space, sweeping views of the skyline, private and team windowed offices, video conferencing, and state-of-the-art amenities. It's an incredible facility. You have to see it in person. So let's get behind the numbers, Greg, and take a closer look at the Manhattan real estate market.
Well, Manhattan apartment prices averaged $1.44 million in the third quarter of 2011, up slightly from a year ago.
So what do you think caused the slight bump in average price?
Well, we saw a 16% increase in the number of transactions over $5 million compared to a year ago, which helped bring up this price. The median, which looks at the middle of the market and isn't as impacted by high-end sales, actually fell 4% over the past year to 850,000. There were 2,500 closings during the third quarter, up 1% from a year ago. And while that's a modest increase, it is the first time since the third quarter of 2010 where we've seen an increase in sales from the prior year's quarter.
So what about condo and co-op prices?
Well, the average price for co-ops rose 2% over the past year, fueled by a 17% jump in the average price for 3-bedroom and larger units. On the condo side, all sizes of condos posted a higher average price than a year ago, and the overall number was 2% higher at $1.76 million.
So on the whole, it seems like the market posted gains in important categories. Let's take a look at the Manhattan landscape and focus on the more individual areas, starting with where we are right now on the east side.
Well, here in the east side market, pricing gains over the past year were led by 3-bedroom and larger apartments, whose average price jumped 29% compared to 2010's third quarter. This was due in part, though, to the fact that we had 5 sales of over $20 million in that category, compared to just 1 a year ago.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So what about the west side?
The Laureate was a big reason we saw a 13% jump in the average price for 3-bedroom and larger apartments on the west side, and particularly the condo market was affected as the average price per square foot for condos rose 11% compared to a year ago.
That's a big number. Is it possible that Greg has gotten some fashion sense? I'm loving this purple tie you're rocking for the fall.
I'm trying.
So tell us a little bit about the numbers for the midtown and downtown areas.
Well, prices for co-ops and condos fell over the past year in the midtown market as the inventory of available units has risen sharply over the past year. Downtown, we saw the average price rise for studio and 2-bedroom units, but fall for 1-bedroom and 3-bedroom and larger apartments, so kind of a mixed report for the downtown market.
Sure. So what about northern Manhattan?
Well, 3-bedroom and larger apartments were the only size category to see the average price rise there compared to the third quarter of 2010.
Thanks, Greg. As always, excellent information from you. So now we're coming to you from one of the beautiful conference rooms this office has to offer. And I'm wondering about the state of the economy. So without further ado, Greg, give us the rundown of how the economy has affected the Manhattan real estate market for the third quarter of 2011.
Sure. Concerns about the global economy intensified during the third quarter, as did concerns about the debt levels of certain nations. This led to the stock market's worst performance since the financial crisis began. This did, however, keep interest rates low, and particularly for us, mortgage rates. And with the announcement of the Fed's Operation Twist program, rates should stay low for some time now. Here, though, in New York City, the economy has done well so far this year. Through the first 8 months of 2011, we added just under 65,000 jobs, which is almost double the amount of jobs that we added in the first 8 months of 2010.
That's amazing to hear that about the job market here. Can you tell us a little bit about the unemployment rate?
Well, the unemployment rate in New York City remains below that of the nation's. However, it has held in a pretty steady range for the last several months as job growth has begun to slow here as it has nationally.
Now on to the Ask the Economist segment. This question comes from Stuart on Facebook. I saw on TV today they were talking about the median price going down, but the average price going up. I just bought a 2-bedroom on the east side. What should I be looking at when gauging the value of my property?
Thanks for the question, Stuart. When trying to determine the value of an individual apartment, you should always look at listings and recent sales of comparable properties. Manhattan may be a small island, but it's a very diverse market, and not all segments behave the same at the same time. The median and average prices are giving a more macro view, showing where things are trading in the overall market. But your best bet would be to look at recent sales of similar size apartments in the same type of buildings in your neighborhood.
Thanks, Greg. As always, very nice insight from you.
Thanks.
And before we sign off from this segment, I want to report the exciting news that Halstead Property has expanded to the Hamptons, joining with well-respected firm Devlin McNiff. This is the 21st office and the ever-expanding journey with Halstead. Thanks so much, and if you want to learn more about this, you can check it out at halstead.com/Hamptons. That's it for the third quarter Behind the Numbers report for Manhattan.
From Halstead's headquarters and from my co-host Angela Cohen, I'm Greg Heym. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next quarter.